Hey guys, thanks for joining me for this video. This is going to address one of my most frequently asked hair questions, which is, how can I get healthy hair? How can I at least give my hair the appearance of being healthy? So I'm going to give sort of two different categories of advice on this. One sort of to make your hair truly healthy, and then kind of another set of tips sort of to give your hair the appearance of being healthy in case you have made some mistakes in the past or maybe not done things quite the way you would have wanted to. But first I am going to tell you what's on my lips and my nails, since I sometimes forget to say that, and this will just answer your questions right off the bat. I have this awesome, like, kind of minty green looking nail going on. It's the China Glaze shade in For Audrey, and it's just kind of a creamy, like, mint green, but I went over that with this shade from Sally Girl. Both these I got at Sally Beauty Supply in Champagne Kisses, and this is a really light but kind of shimmery mint green. It's very sheer, and so when I went over the top of that, I gave it a little sheen, and I think it's really pretty. So anyway, and on my lips is Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in Pink Afterglow. It's very sheer, kind of pink with just a little hint of sparkle to it. So anyway, the first tips that I'm going to share with you about healthy hair are pretty basic and probably something you've heard before. Keeping your ends trimmed. If you're looking at your hair and you're thinking, gosh, you know, it looks all right, except when I get to the ends, I see things looking dry and kind of frayed and frizzed out, you need to get a regular trim. You might think, well, I want my hair to be really nice and long, but you do need those periodic trims just to give your hair that appearance of health from root to tip, really. So that's one thing that really, as far as having split ends, you do need to just get rid of them at some point. You know, you can do all of the, split end treatments or whatever that you can find that's out there, but ultimately cutting them off will rid you of that worry, and you'll have beautiful hair for, all the way down. Another thing is to keep coloring really to a minimum. You're damaging your hair when you put a lot of coloring in it. Occasionally I will use a semi-permanent color it's from Clairol, and it's the Natural Instincts, and it's really just the same shade as my hair color. It's in the dark brown shade, and I'll put a link to the blog post I did all about this, what the color is I use and stuff. But I wanted to use that because it's pretty much the exact same shade as my natural hair color, which I like, but it gave me a little more thickness. So there are certain extensive coloring that you can do, and some will damage your hair less than others. Those semi-permanent methods will be a little more gentle on your hair, so that might be something to think about. But like I said, maybe you've already been coloring your hair and that's something that you're just gonna do. You can still get healthy looking hair, so you'll see that through some of my tips here that I give later on. But less heat styling / blow drying. I'm not as huge into blow drying because I shower the night before, and that's a really good way to kind of eliminate that from your routine. I mean, I will sometimes just hit it with the blow dryer if I do have any dampness still in the morning, or just to kind of bring a little more life to the hair if you've been laying on it, sleeping on it one way. So hitting it with the blow dryer real quick can kind of, give it a little more oomph. But if you can ultimately, keep from going from soaking wet hair and having to blow dry it all, that can be very damaging on your hair, all that heat styling. So if you can find sort of a way in your routine to cut back on that, that's helpful. But in terms of the actual styling, say with a flat iron or a curling iron, obviously if you do less of that, you're doing less damage to your hair. So, but I know, like, I am reliant upon, using a curling iron or a straightener for different things. And so, I still feel like I maintain, decently healthy hair though. So some of these tips that I give you now are going to kind of help you still have that healthy hair, even if you do have some of those habits that I mentioned above. The first is using a deep conditioner, and now I'm going to suggest some products specifically. The Aussie 3-Minute Miracle. It says for normal to dry hair, but this is something that you put on in the shower, and you basically put it on your hair, leave it in for 3 minutes. You could shave your legs or, whatever, and leave that in there and then rinse it out, and you've gotten a nice deep conditioning treatment. I do this about once a week. On a regular basis, I shampoo and condition my hair. I use the generic value products from Sally's for Matrix Amplify, so it's about half the price. You get them each, where you would pay $15 a piece, you're paying like $5, so that's awesome. But that's what I do regularly. So, and then one day a week I'll do this, and I'll keep it mainly on the length of my hair, like from here and down. And it just really brings health back to the hair. It makes it more manageable the next time you go to style it, I feel like, anyway. So, and especially when wintertime comes, I might be able to skip a couple weeks on this in the summer, but winter, this is the type of thing you really want to use religiously if you're in a very cold climate where the air gets very, very dry. So that's one of those great products to have for healthy hair. Also, heat defense sprays. The type of thing that you would spray on before you used a curling iron or before you used your flat iron. And many of these are sort of designed with a dual purpose in that they help protect your hair from the heat, but they also help lock in the style a little better. So I have a couple here that I like. One is more geared toward flat irons, one more towards curling. However, I feel like they can both work interchangeably. I've used them both in different scenarios. The Le Coupe hair care line, these are available at like Ulta. I've reviewed all of their thermal products before, but this spray is probably the one I use the most. I will use it, even though it says flat iron on there, I'll use this even when I curl or straighten, just to have something on my hair that is going to sort of protect the style and my hair itself. So that's a good one. If you don't have access to those products, the Tresemme line creates some good, I think they're called Thermal Creations, at least this one that I have. This might be a little older, I'm not sure, but I have something called Curl Activator Spray, so you could put that on before you use your curling iron. A lot of these do work interchangeably, curlers, straighteners, whatever, blow drying even, and it just, I feel like they help in locking in the style a little bit more too. Lastly, when you finish your look and you've done all the things above and you've tried to, be really conscious of having healthy hair, a nice finishing touch can be to give your hair some shine. And this is kind of a fine line because nobody wants to have greasy looking hair, but you do want that nice sheen to it that makes it appear to not be dry and brittle. And I've run across a product that I really like, and it's from Tresemme. And it's called the No Frizz Ultralight Shine Spray. And this can be nice for taming those flyaways that you might have, right in here where we all part our hair and then you've got those few little hairs sprouting up. But just 1 or 2 spritzes for me gives my hair shine, but it has a nice fresh scent, but it doesn't go overboard. There are also shine serums out there that might be a little bit heavy for some people who have fine hair like mine. But this spray, I think, could be a universally good thing for people who just want that little extra polish to their look. And it really can give your hair a look of health. So I hope you enjoyed these tips and will be able to implement some of these in your everyday strategy for healthier hair. Thank you to everybody who asked this question. Really pushed me to go ahead and do a video on it. I hope it helped. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.